Welcome back to Skill Up Stand channel. In this PowerShell best practice session, we'll discuss why we should always use full commandlets while you're writing the PowerShell script and why you should not use aliases in script. Okay, so let's talk about what is alias first. So alias is nothing but an alternate name or an alternate shorter name, another name for a commandlet. And as all of you know that PowerShell has got a verb hyphen noun combination of the commands. We call it as commandlets. So the aliases is not just specific to commandlets. Even you can have alias for function, script, file, any command element or executable file. So for example, SL is a alias for set location. Similarly, you have a lot of aliases in your PowerShell. So you can just go and have a look at it. For example, if you just go and say get hyphen alias, it will give you the complete list of aliases that is there in your system. Some of them are specific to certain modules. Some of them are specific to the version of PowerShell. But these are all very useful stuffs. For example, if you are working in an interactive mode, you can just see if you are coming with Linux background or Windows background, you might enter certain commands which are alternative, right? See, for example, if I say, let's take, see if you're coming from the different operating system background, you might go and type clear and you might type CLS, and in PowerShell, the shell prompt, it accepts all of the different commands that comes from both Linux and Windows. So if you're working in an interactive mode, these aliases or alternate options or alternate commands will come in handy. But then if you are working in executing a script, or if you're writing a script, the script should always have the full commandlet. Okay, so for example, see if you want to create a new alias, you can give anything that you want. For example, if I want to give for get help, if I want to use GHS in short form, I can go and create a new alias. So you know these two options, right? This is the option to run the entire script which you have written. This is the option run selection F8 command to run only the selective line. Okay, so now I've added a new alias in my system where instead of typing get help, I can just go and say GH. If I type GH, it is going to give me the complete commandlet of okay. So I don't want to update the commandlet now. Okay, it is asking me whether I should go and update the help command before getting the full list, but I can do that. But here, like if I go and say help space get WMI object, this is going to give me a detailed list about the particular commandlet. Okay, you can use anything alternatively, like you can use GH or help or whatever, but then not all these aliases will be reflected in all the systems. For example, if you might be writing the script in this system, and the script will be circulated to your colleagues or on the internet, where they will have to execute the same script on a different server or in a different machine. So it might not work because the version might be different, the modules might be different, and the aliases that you have written here, it has to be exported and imported on that other machine. Otherwise, a lot of commandlets will end up with error. Okay, so we can just go and find out using this command like get aliases to find out what are the aliases that can be used for get child item. So ideally it is going to be GCI and LS and all those things. For example, if I get into one of the folder here, I can just clear my screen using CLS or CS, CL clear or CLS, or you can also type clear -host. This is the actual command. And also you have this auto completion option in PowerShell. Okay, what I'm going to do now is if I say LS or if I say get child item, or even if I say DIR, all of them are going to be the same. So that's the reason when we ran that command here, it showed us you can use either DIR or GCI or LS as an alternate name or as an alternate command for get child item. It is going to give the same result. Similarly, you can go and verify what are the different names for these shorter form, these aliases. So some of them are a little tricky. Some of them are very straightforward. Get drive, maybe some might have thought it should be GPS or something like that, but it is in fact GDR. So when you're going and writing a complete script, it should ideally have full commandlets like this. Okay, you should have set location, select object, and so on. See, when you're working on interactive method, instead of this entire thing, you can have something like this. Instead of set location, you can shorten the command. You can shorten the command here like GCI and GI, and here instead of select object, you can just have select. So this can be very useful when you are doing it in a interactive mode. But in the command, in the script, okay, you should not go and use the aliases, because aliases might not work, or aliases was not properly exported and imported on that other system. Now you can see that it has worked on the sample thing that I ran. See here, what I've done is I've got the child items, so it has shown me what are the different files inside that demo folder, and also it is showing the length of the particular script. Inside this script, I've got some 32 characters. Okay, so that is what it is listing down here. And there are a lot of interesting things that you can do with aliases. But the takeaway here is you should always use full commandlet in your scripts, not the aliases. Even for the functions also. For example, if I'm creating a function like this, if I want to call out this function, okay, I can just say set alias syslog. Instead of get -system event log, I'm just going to have a shorter form called syslog. So I can just run this. Now, instead of typing this entire function, this is a new function to get all the system related events, I can just directly go and type syslog. And I can also export it in a file also. Okay, if I type syslog, it is going to pull out all the information, warnings, error message from my system. Okay, it will run on for some time. So you can use aliases for your function, or you can use it for your commandlet or script or file or whatever. But the important thing is you should not never use alias in your script. You should always use the full commandlet like this. You should always write the full commandlet. But while you're working on an interactive mode within the PowerShell, you can definitely use that, so that it can you can get quick results, and you can execute the commandlets very quickly. Also, when you go and work on the Visual Studio Code, you might also notice that it gives you a lot of options that you should use this, that, and see, for example, now here, if I just right click on this, it gives you refactor option. So refactor option will tell you like what you should use in your script, what you should not use, and so on. And for example, in this screenshot, it says like instead of using GCI, always use the full commandlet get-child item, so that the script, when it is executed by a different foreign computer or a different system, it behaves the same, because the commandlet aliases will not be the same across all the machines. So the takeaway is always use full commandlet in your script. Never use aliases in your script. This is a big mistake that most of the people who write the script make. So you don't do that. You always use the full commandlet when you write the script. Thank you.